Sorry, I farted.
That's right. He farted.
I
How's it
farted.
going, everyone?
Hello.
Hey, how's the Earthlings doing, as Bill would say? Cheers, and I didn't say my opening thing. How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? Okay, so welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday. It keeps on happening every Tuesday. Yep. Today it was a little later due to work, but that is the way it goes. I got a great panel here today, and I want to say thank you and cheers to Chadeo. We have Bumpyisms and ECLQ Reviews, East Coast LQ Reviews, Mr. Tanner, and Lori Sparkle Finzer. We got Art by Sparkle here. Cheers to you, my dear. All right. And of course, Beer
Happy
Man,
birthday.
Bubblegum, whatever you want to call me, Pickled Steve,
Thanks. It's
Harmonica
Thursday.
Man, Street Whiz. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna got some cheese and some beer. It is a beer and cheese one. It's not the second week of the month, which is any alcoholic beverage. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and show it first, and then we'll do the reviews after. So let's go ahead and bring up. Oh, cheers to the chat when you all show up. Yes, cheers to you for watching. All right, let's bring Chadeo up.
All right. Oh man, my camera's way off. What the hell? Hold on. There. Okay, now we're back to normal. Whatever that may be. So today I am bringing Boar's Head Jalapeno Pepper Jack. And I cut a little bit up, sort of, not very well, but there you go. That's what she looks like. I think I brought this before, but it definitely wasn't with the beer I'm bringing. I am bringing Firestone Walker Union Jack IPA. 7%.
Right.
No date on. Oh, there is a date on the can. It's hard to. That better not be the date. Oh my God. It looks like 12, 15, 22. Cheers, boys.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not a monster, is it?
Danger, Will Robinson.
Cardboard, here we come.
If that was a modest man, it might be okay.
Yeah. So she looks like in the glass. It looks good. Nothing looking wrong in it. Nice little honey-ish color. West Coast IPA. Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers, Chadeo. All right. Next we have Bumpyisms, Bumpy and Tanner. Tanner's in the house too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's like way over there. I must smell bad or something.
Oh God. Take a bath.
All right. Well, I don't know. We're gonna see how long we can keep the streak going. Tonight, Tanner and I had two cheeses to choose from. Tanner chose this cheese out of my fridge. I may have had this cheese before, but I've definitely never had it with Tanner.
Uh-oh.
From Homestead Meadows, we've got a pepper jack goat milk cheese. So,
Nice.
yeah, it's made in Wisconsin. It's Goat Milk Creamery at that place. Let's go. We'll get this open and sliced up. I'll divide it evenly. So 3 ounces for me, 3 ounces for Tanner. The beer that I'm gonna be drinking with this one is from Sullivan's Brewing Company. They're out of Ireland. And this is a Nitro Black Marble Stout.
Wow.
It is
I'll take that can.
5.1% ABV out of Kilkenny, Ireland. And Sullivan, so far I've had their Irish Red for the St. Patrick's Day thing. I put a video up for that, and I was like, that was the first Irish red I actually really, really enjoyed. So I'm hoping this is going to be good.
I love that can.
I'll go ahead and open it, give it a
Keep
pour,
saving the
and
cans.
then we can see what Tanner's bringing.
Okay. So I have a beer from Fox Farm Brewery. It says, "From the soils comes the spoils." This is their Gather, and it is a German-style Pilsner.
Nice.
3% alcohol by volume. It's actually pretty dang fresh, too. Canned on 2/28/24. Is it showing?
Perfect. Month old.
Yeah, super fresh. I bought this the other day. I think this was $4 per can. For the package at Fox Farm Brewery LLC out of Salem, Connecticut.
Can read your palm.
Dude, right?
There's a Salem, Mass, too.
This is Salem, Mass, Salem, New
You're
Hampshire.
going to have a long life.
The Salem, UK.
Or-
As he pours, I'll cut the cheese.
Cool.
Yeah, as long as your dog stops cutting the cheese, that would be
Yeah.
good.
With my broken finger.
Very nice. More of a chilled haze. Yeah. Clear draw color. Nice foamy white head, about finger and a half. Tight knit bubbles, holding some good retention. Looks pretty good. And I think this will go pretty well. German Pilsner with a pepper jack cheese sounds pretty good to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very, very tight knit nitro frothy head.
That looks
And
good.
it's black with nice ruby red showing through
Yeah, it looks a little bit in the bottom.
Looks
here.
good.
Better at the bottom. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Hopefully, I'm thinking we're doing two different styles here with the same cheese. So we'll see which one works best.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Awesome.
Let's move on to Mrs. Lowry.
Okay. So I have for you today, as they say on the Food Channel, Sierra Nevada Hazy Little Thing IPA. And it is an IPA. Hello. A New England style hazy. ABV 6.7. So that's what that one is. It looks like it could be interesting.
Nice.
And for my cheese, I have Yancey Fancy smoked Gouda with bacon. Had not tried that. And Tom came home the other day and said, I have a surprise for you. So there's my cheese with bacon. And I got to tell you, when I cut it, I felt like I was cutting Velveeta. It was crazy. So those two, I hope, will work well.
Awesome. Do you want to pour your beer?
I do. Thank
All
you.
right. Cool.
As the label says, hazy. That's how I've been today.
Hey, that's all right. Me too, actually. Cheers.
Smells so good.
My mug.
Nice big old mug. Hell yeah.
Well, it is oh my goodness, 19 ounce.
Oh, cool. All right.
Like I said, I've been hazy today. All right. Let's see what we got.
Give it together, Glenn.
I'm gonna step back from the computer. Wow. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's a nice head retention.
Here's for the suds. All right.
Awesome.
I'm anxious to see how that is.
Well, cheers. All right. Thank you, Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
On to myself. Cool. Well, I'm glad. I hope these beer and cheese work for you guys. What I have today, I actually went over it with Mr. Tribute Guy. I don't usually like to do my own beers before I have them with you guys on panel or anywhere else, but I'm going to do the Kolsch today because I'm strapping right now. So I'm going to take one of my beers out of the cooler and do it. So this is the East to West Kolsch that me and Bumpy kind of collaborated on to some degree. And I've got all the grain and the hops and the yeast here. So it's got German two-row, German wheat malt, Carapils, Munich, and Victory. The hops are Liberty, Sterling, and Belma. And the yeast is the Omega's Kolsch 2 yeast. It's an ABV of 4.9%. I wanted a 5.2, but I didn't quite get it. IBUs are 26 IBUs and can 314.24. So it's like a week old or so. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pour it. I just submitted this to the Kolsch Cup, 2 of them, a few days back. So hopefully we can get a medal, eh? It's really held up in the can well. Nice, clean looking beer. Has a little bit of a chill haze, possibly from the wheat proteins and stuff, but I did add gelatin to it for clarity, and I did lager it for a month and a half or more. So God, it's had a lot of time to lager up.
Like Emperor's Gold. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, nice gold, very effervescent. But yeah, we'll definitely get into this. Good retention. And then the cheese that I thought I would do today with that is a goat cheese. It's a everything bagel goat cheese. I've had this like a couple times on the show, but it was only $3.60. So that's nice. Probably because they're about to sell or go bad. But I did taste it. It wasn't bad. But this doesn't have like the honey, like the sweet. This is more of your traditional goat cheese with just that spread of adjuncts all over the top of it, rolled around it. And you can see it here. Forgot to show it. It's got all the stuff that you would see on an everything bagel. So,
Boys.
let's go ahead and let's get back to Chadeo and start the reviews up. All right. Cheers.
Right.
All right.
Here, man. I win by dime.
Oh, man. Okay.
I'm a little worried. I may have to call an audible with this beer. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't know. I mean, canned in December of 22. Fuck the liquor store by me. They're awful. Check the aroma.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't smell oxidized. It's just smells like the malts are coming through more than the hops. But definitely a little fruity notes coming through. And there's a lot of hops in here. I don't even remember. I don't know if the can says the hops. The box did. I threw it away like an idiot. But there's like 6 or 7 different West Coast hops in here. But is that? Hold on. Kind of lemony. A little zestiness. That's about all I'm pulling. All right. Cheers. Try the beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a lot of cheers.
It's definitely muted, the bitterness. I got it because I wanted a bitter beer, and the maltiness is pretty much, Luke John. The malting or the hoppiness is just kind of cut down. I'm getting a little bit of fruity notes, slight bitterness. Definitely getting some like light hops through it. Kind of disappointing. If I would have known, I would have gone with the other West Coast IPA I saw, but that was canned. like November of last year. That probably would have been better in the long run. Whoops. But
Right.
yeah, so that's not really getting too much. It's just kind of a muted flavor. Now the cheese, definitely another good melty cheese. May have to use this in spaghetti sometime this week. Yeah, definitely could cut these up in little balls and throw it in the sauce and let it melt in there. Aroma, ooh, getting a jalapeno right off it. Jalapeno, getting that Monterey-ness, that milkiness, and it's made with real milk. That's good to know. Yeah, this smells good. It's probably gonna be a hell of a lot better than the beer. Cheese.
Cheesers.
Cheers.
Cheesers.
Definitely,
Cheesers in paradise.
definitely getting that Monterey, that string cheese taste in there. Then the jalapenos come around with a little bit of a bite. It's not overly spicy. There is a spice bite to it. It's pretty good. It tastes like fresh jalapenos. Enjoy that. Let's see. Let's do cheese before the beer. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of out of it. I'm not really feeling great today. Cheese before the beer. Cheese or beer.
Cheddar.
Cheese.
Cheesio.
Mhm.
Cheesio. It's a me, a Cheesio.
Just do that. Oh, ooh, okay. I might have to just say the beer. And the jalapenos was from the bitterness, what's left of the bitterness in the beer, that started coming through, getting a little bitter bite, and it accelerated. It brought up the heat from the jalapeno more than the first bite. That was good. A little bit of fruitiness from the beer too. So yeah, I think this was a good mix this way. Now we got to do Bircha.
Bircha. Bircha. Please be delicious.
That works just not as good. Cheese before the beer.
This is newer.
Excuse me. So much better, but it works together even with this beer being, I don't even know, 16 months past the date on the can. I don't know if that's a Brewdon or Best Buy. I don't know how Firestone does it, but yeah, the cheese and beer seem to be good. I'll have numbers next time around. Chibbers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Chadeo, all right. Let's go ahead and bring up the boys. Oop, that didn't work. There we go.
We don't know. We don't know.
Man.
Hey, you want to do the cheese with me at the same time?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, get off your phone, Tanner.
I was trying to look up the mini fridge again. All right.
I'm
So
gonna try this now. I had a sneezing fit before the show, so my nostrils are probably not.
I will
gonna-
say that I thought it was going to be like a creamier, kind of milkier cheese, but it looks kind of dry,
Let's go.
and it cracks very easily, breaks very
Yeah.
easily,
Yeah.
and a little piece just fell in Sadie's.
It's good.
Cleanup crew.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a nutty kind of smell
It does
to it.
have a fair amount of the pepper, which is cool too.
Yeah,
Like there's a good amount of it. It's not overwhelming, but there's
well,
definitely
you can
a solid
smell. You can smell the pepper, and you get like a nuttiness. I think out of the cheese, from what I can smell.
Yeah, but it's kind of got that like goaty, like sour thing to it.
Okay, I can't. My nostrils are like screwed. So I'm gonna eat some.
But yeah, nutty, and then you get a little bit of the pepper, but it's more of like that sour kind of funky. Yeah,
You do get that. You get that hard goat cheese flavor right up front,
it's really good.
and you start getting some pepper spice.
It has like I like the texture. I think that was something that might have threw me off with it.
Mhm.
I do like the texture. It's a lot drier than you would expect.
Mhm.
The peppers are like a nice little touch of spice. They're not overpowering. Lots of nuttiness and it's got a good amount of like a salty, like a nice nutty salty finish.
Yeah, it does have that goat kind of
Yeah,
flavor too. That you get really like a plain goat cheese, but it's stiffer. It's not that like gooey
well, I
stuff
don't
that
know how
Bear Man
much
likes to
goat
get.
cheese I've really had. I've only really had like the
Yeah.
like those,
No, this has that distinct goat
like the
cheese
honey
flavor.
like the honey
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
You need to like scoop with a knife.
yeah.
This
It has that flavor, but it's harder.
Yeah, it's got a different texture to it.
Yeah,
I like it. It's more of like a cheddar texture.
it's not quite as tangy, I guess. It doesn't quite go as tangy as the softer goat cheese.
Would you
but
agree?
it
It's
still
more
has-
like it's like a cheddar, more of a cheddar. Texture.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a
Cheddar.
goat cheese the wife picked up. I don't know what goat cheese it was, and I don't know. It was a couple Thanksgivings ago. I thought I was eating cheddar cheese. It was sharp,
Word. Crazy.
and I'm like, "What kind of cheddar is this?" She's like, "That's goat cheese." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Was it the same brand?
I don't know. She bought it.
Oh,
So, anyways, I'm gonna try my beer here. This is the Sullivan's Brewing Company's.
use the bathroom really quick.
No problem. Nitro. It's a nitro black marble stout. It says for the ingredients, it tells you. A generous stout with extra depth of flavor. The hops are Admiral, Magnum, and Goldings. Ingredients: water, malted and roasted, barley, wheat, and hops. It is brewed out of Kilkenny, Ireland. The aromas on this, super coffee. It's a black coffee. This smells like an Irish stout. Yeah, it's just super roasty, toasty coffee. A little bit of char. Maybe a touch of a smokiness to it too, almost like peat. But
Wow.
take a sip here. Cheers.
Nice, dude. Cheers. Sounds good.
Years.
Super creamy. I mean, it's nitro. I'd say it's similar to like a Guinness, but it's got a little bit more sweetness to it, and there is kind of like a touch of smokiness to this one too. They don't mention smokiness at all, but there actually kind of is.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's slightly chocolate, coffee, smoky. There's a char factor, but there's kind of a milk sweetness or something as well. So not too bad. A little bit of fruitiness too. I'm kind of getting that on the back end. Slight like kind of like a darker fruit type note, just very mild. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat a cheese. Eat a cheese and drink a beer. Then we'll move on to Canna.
Cheers.
Years.
Well, you gotta drink a beer first.
Oh yes, this is true.
This is a pretty nice pepper jack with that goat cheese element. Nah. Yeah. I'm getting that kind of like it kind of dulls down the coffee a bit. The peppers, the spicy pepper is shining through the kind of like chocolate char smokiness. It works, but it's like not like super exciting. Let's drink the beer and then eat a cheese. Drink a beer.
Jesus,
Mr.
Jesus, Mr. Bumpy.
Oh.
more exciting the other way.
Oh.
I'm just waiting. It's like eating one of my bland ass pizzas. I'm
Oh,
waiting for that flavor to show up. Yeah, it's much better to eat the cheese first and then drink. But yeah, on my end. All right, your turn, Tanner. Slice some more cheese here.
Nice.
All right. So we're gonna go beer first. Where's the can?
What are you talking about? Where's the
Bumpy,
can?
you have the can.
Oh,
Here is the can.
Where's the can?
Fox Farm Brewery
Yeah.
Gather German style Pilsner, 5.3%. This is what it looks like. It's got I would say it's got a slight haze to it. There's a slight haze. It's definitely not completely clear. Head's pretty much completely dissipated. Nose. It has that big, like, spicy Saz hop aroma. It's very, what? What are you laughing at me for?
no, not that.
No, thank you.
Oh,
Please don't.
yeah.
But yeah, it's got a really nice, like, cereal grain, biscuity breadiness. A little bit of like a malty sweetness, maybe like a little bit of like a touch of maybe some honey in there. But yeah, for the most part, it's actually has a good spicy floral aroma. Definitely a little bit more spicy floral than your typical German Pilsner. Smells very clean. Nothing offensive on the nose. A little lemony.
Lemony.
Try it out. Cheers.
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 Yeah, be careful with that glass.
Huh.
Fox Farm beers, they have a really distinct like flavor mouthfeel kind of thing. I don't know if you guys have had many breweries where like you can kind of tell they're made by the same people.
Yep.
Maybe it's a yeast thing,
Water thing.
water thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, super crisp, clean, very biscuity bready. I will say it's very, very bready. The spice note is also there, but it's not as noticeable as the nose. Carbonation's kind of lacking, in my opinion, which is it was a little bit higher in carbonation. The mouthfeel is nice though; it's on the higher side of light, so kind of going towards that medium. It's got a little bit more of a body than your typical Pilsner. Very drinkable though. You could easily drink a 4-pack of these. I like it. Lots of flavor. If you've had a Fox Farm beer, you can kind of get what I'm saying by they just have that like signature kind of flavor profile. Very good. Now the cheese. Like I said, I was getting a little bit more of like a nuttiness, more of like a cheddar, kind of sharp, a little bit drier. But it's got a good definitely very good texture. Go cheese in the beer. Cheesers.
Jesus.
Cheers. The beers.
Cheers.
Beers.
Did you try this? You took a little sip and ate some cheese, right?
I think yours works better than mine.
Brings out the creaminess. The beer definitely brings out like the creaminess. It brings out the buttery aspect. It makes it brings out like a little bit more like a salty, buttery like flavor in the cheese with the beer. Washes it down super easily. Holy shit, you were hungry.
I haven't eaten anything today.
Bro, you ate like fucking how big is it? You ate like 3 ounces of cheese.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We're making bratwurst afterwards out in the black
God
side.
damn. You can have some of my block if you want.
No, I need to save room for the bratwurst.
Yeah, it works very well. Like I said, it brings out like that buttery aspect and the salty aspect of the goat cheese. If if you cut this up, put it on a board, and handed it to somebody and said, "Hey, try this cheese. Tell me what you think about it," I don't think they would say it was goat.
I think it has a distinctive goat.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm not. I'm kind of a novice to this stuff too. I don't really branch out as much as you do, and I don't find cool cheeses like this.
Somebody like Beer Man that eats goat cheese a lot
would be able to tell.
Notice,
I think somebody
Yeah.
who doesn't typically
if you've
eat
never had goat cheese, you would think that this is like some type of
cheddar.
It's too, it's not. There's no bite. Like
it's kind of got that like grainy, not grainy, but like granulated kind of thing that goat cheese has. So I can see it in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of got like that like granulated kind of texture, slightly.
I can see because people, if you see this as a pepper jack, you just think it's gonna be like a jack cheese.
I didn't even talk about the spice.
Which is pretty bland.
The spice of the pepper jack works really well with the floral, flowery kind of spicy hop aroma in the German Pilsner. For science, we'll try the beer and then we'll eat the cheese, Bo.
Beer, cheese.
For science, you should check.
For cheese.
Belches.
It kind of brings out the astringency. When you have the beer before the cheese, I think it's drier. I like it cheese before beer because it brings out the buttery kind of spicy component. Buttery, salty, spicy component when you do cheese then beer. Beer then cheese, it brings out the astringency. It's a little too drying. I'd rather have it the other way. So definitely cheese and then beer for me. But overall, this Fox Farm beer is freaking phenomenal, and this cheese is really good. So I'm gonna have some good scores. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Nice.
Yes.
Cheers. All right. Well, I'm stalling a lot tonight. My internet must be bad. All right. Cheers, guys. Let's bring up Sparkle. Thank you.
You want more of that?
Well, all right then. I'm going to start with the cheese. I don't know. I kept looking over to see if it was going to melt on the plate. But actually, it's pretty spongy. And I guess it's the softest Gouda cheese I ever had. It's not as dense. So, yeah, it just looks like Velveeta, and I hope it doesn't taste like, I mean, I don't mind Velveeta, but all right. So let me take a little sniff here.
Sniffers. Nosers.
Bacon for sure. Smoked. Yeah, the smoked Gouda. And the bacon. So that smells pretty good.
Chasers.
It does have slightly more tooth than Velveeta, but definitely a better flavor. On the heavy side of the Gouda, almost like a bland, sharp cheddar, if that makes any sense. But it's very, very soft, very squishy, and but clearly melts in your mouth. Kind of slides along, which is not a bad thing. That's kind of nice. So let's go for this. Well, there's still a little lacing. Fruity.
Fruity tooty.
Slightly like a citrus hops, maybe. Oh, it's just beyond fruity. I mean, it is like lemon and lime, and there's pineapple there. Haha. This could be it, folks.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm kind of surprised. It's fairly bitter, but those fruit notes, those citrus notes, the mild carbonation, and I really don't mind that that kind of sour bitterness. I really don't. I like it. I think it would be a little less sour for me, but you know, it's okay. Let's see what happens with the cheese because the cheese is fairly sweet.
Cheers.
Gerber beers.
We'll do this as a cheese before beer because most of the other beer is gone. So
Awesome.
I've never had bacon beer. I don't know if there is such a thing. But
Probably.
it's slightly, combined like that. Kind of interesting, actually, in a weird sort of way. Okay, let's kind of see what happens if I see that was cheese, beer. All right.
Cheers, Chad.
Oh, beer, cheese. Okay, got it. Never mind. It's been a very hazy day.
Wash that day down with a hazy IPA.
Mhm. Got it. That's what took it out of the fridge. It blends pretty well. I wouldn't object to it. I mean, the bacon is and the smokiness is really strong. So, it's kind of hard to tell. They work both ways, kind of the same, but not bad. It really is, like I said, a surprise. So,
Awesome.
cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers and cheers. All right.
Cheers.
Thank
All
you.
cheers.
Go.
All the cheers.
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 Cheers. Cheers. Multiple cheers.
What we have here today is what we have here today is the East West Coast. 4.9%, 26 IBUs, can 314.24. Let's go ahead and look at it. I can't really regenerate anything, but you can see it's stuck very well on the side of the glass on its way down. It's keeping a nice little rim job. Nice little
Tastes like ass.
rim.
You're not muted, by the way.
It's it is. It's got more of a chill haze. It's actually a little cleaner than the one Tanner had, which is fine. I mean, either way, they can have a little bit of haze. It's not as well as long as it's not overwhelming. Yeah, I mean, it when I first poured it, it had a faster carbonation. The carbonation kind of like slowed down a little bit, but it is pretty effervescent for the most part. It's a gold color for sure. White head, kind of a creamy white head. I can't remember what I think. I forgot what I mashed in at on this, but excuse me. But let's go ahead and noser it up. So I'm definitely getting like a sweet fruit with a nice kind of a biscuity, bready, wheat-like character to the grain with the grain smell, the aromas. Bready for sure. Bready kind of biscuit cracker from probably the Pilsner malts playing a part in that. A little bit of slight like lemongrassy kind of thing. It's harder to smell. It's hard to smell out of this glass. There we go. Yeah, a little slight honey. There's a little bit of honey coming through, and yeah, that lemon's there. Kind of a lemongrass. Like doughy, almost like a doughy bread. It smells really good. When I first tried this, it was I kept doing it every week during the lagering phase, and the first 2 weeks was terrible, and it finally like killed off everything and started cleaning up, and it was nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and drink this. Cheers.
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 Yeah, it's got a nice kind of a medium carbonation. It probably could use a little more carbonation, but it has a fuller feel, and I think I actually screwed up on my mashing. I remember kind of went a little higher than I wanted to for the first half hour, and then I finally brought it down to, I think it was like 149 or 150 or something like that. I was at like 156 for a half hour, and so it brought out more of a fuller body. So you're getting that fullness from it, but it does have a nice crispy kind of feel as well. Nice clean feel. Body is light, medium light. Mouthfeel, like I said, a little bit crispy, little soft edge there as well, kind of soft. Does have a little bit of mineral kind of thing going on in the water profile. Was RO water, did add minerals to it, salts. So you're getting kind of that profile there. Finish is kind of drying. Does have a dry fucking finish. No alcohol. 4.9. Very easily. It goes down very easily. Very nice. I'm liking the lemon thing too. That's nice from probably the hops or whatever. Kind of cool to go into the American realm with the hops rather than using your traditional noble hops. So that was kind of cool. So let's hope that this goat cheese goes well. So I was saying goat cheese. It says I found that goat cheese is commonly described as having a mild, earthy, buttery but tart flavor. Also rich in caprylic, and capric acids. And so that's that. This is the everything bagel goat cheese. You can see it's loaded. Oh, it's crumbly. Just fucking crumbly in my hands. But yeah. So this is not a sweet one. This is just your regular tart kind of goat cheese, soft in a soft tube. Let's go ahead and smell it. Yeah, so you get the everyday. You get like the garlic. You get like a garlicky onion kind of thing. I'm trying to think of anything else that I could. Yeah, garlic onion comes to my mind first. It smells like an everything bagel. Like if you've ever had one, I mean, there you go. If you haven't, then let me help you. Let's see what else is there. Little peppery, garlic, onion, little pepper or like a red pepper kind of thing, or something. Yeah, just smells good, nice and seasoned. And then you get a little bit of that raw, funky kind of goat cheese thing going on. The sourness, the tart, more or less. Tart, raw, kind of raw dog fucking goat cheese. All right, let's go ahead and eat this. Cheesers.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Cheers.
Cheerios.
I'm good.
Cheesios.
And you just eat it. Peppery, oniony, garlicky, basil, maybe a little basil or something. It has flax seeds in it, sesame seeds, flax seeds. So you get kind of like a weird like nuttiness. Oh, it has those little black little ball things that you don't pass a drug test if you have them. Poppy
Poppy
seeds.
seeds.
Yeah. So it's kind of crunchy. It's got that crunchy thing from all the seeds and stuff. But very nice. It's more tart, sour, raw, fresh off the goat teat.
I'm trying not to. This thing, you definitely can't leave that.
I'll have some more. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Let it be delicious.
That's another
Cheerio,
good.
Chadeo.
All right.
Legendary.
Cheesio Cheerio.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. That hey, cheers, Marty. Cheers, Finru.
Nice.
Boy, that is real nice. That balances out the beer and the cheese, just kind of like blended in perfect. It didn't really like do anything bad or good. It just kind of and like all of a sudden I'm not like, I get a little bit of the flavors from the everything bagel, but I got more of it's like cheese on me. I got more of the tart kind of goat cheesy kind of thing, rather than the everything bagel that kind of sat on the side and was more subdued. The Kolsch became more unflavorable though, more wet. Like it kind of just like wetted my mouth and allowed me to take down the pasty ass goat cheese. But it left the goat cheese flavor like a plain goat cheese without the everything bagel on the back of my tongue, like it's stuck, and I need to like have this Kolsch to wash it down. It brought out the plain goat cheesiness rather than the adjuncts that they put on it. The seasonings and the other stuff. And the Kolsch has a slight bitterness to it in the finish. I didn't mention that. So that kind of works really well with that funkiness of the cheese. So that's quite nice. Goes very good. Yeah, there's like a hardcore. The cheese is bringing out hardcore bitter in the hop from the hops in this beer. Definitely. Let's go beer before cheese. It just seems like the Kolsch complements it quite well. Like, I actually don't want to take I want another sip, but I don't need one because the cheese tastes good. I like tasting it in my mouth, but it does give you that feeling like you just want to take another sip to kind of get it, out of your mouth because it's so pasty. But it tastes good. I like that lemony kind of tart, tangy kind of flavor. Like raw milk, kind of farm milk kind of thing from goat. I do like that. If you let it all simmer down, and get through your mouth and you swallow it, that Kolschy taste kind of still resides around your cheeks, in the side of your tongue and under your tongue. It's like you're a chipmunk or something, and you saved a bunch of nuts or something. You saved a bunch of Kolsch under your cheek or something. But no, very good complementing pairing. Complementing pairing. There, I don't know if I said well, but there you go. That's what I got. We're gonna go ahead and let's get back to the last thoughts. Let's get back to Chadeo. That's it.
Arrow. I'm gonna start out with the the cheese. It's already packed in here, so I can refrigerate here in a bit. Yeah, the Boar's Head jalapeno pepper jack, phenomenal. I love it. Not overly spicy. It's got a nice bite to it. I think if you melt it down and make a queso with it, perfect. As I said, I'll probably use some of this in spaghetti sauce and see how it tastes. I think I have marinara. That's the sauce I have, which is perfectly fine. So the cheese, I'm gonna give it a, I really, really like it. I'm gonna give it a nice 97.
Whoa.
Way up there. I love this cheese. As soon as I was at the grocery store and happened to look over, and I was like, Didn't even stop my stride. I just looked over, and I said, "Oh," reached over and grabbed it. I was like, "Perfect. All right, you're coming home with me tonight." As far as the Union Jack from Firestone, it's so much better fresh. I'm so irritated that every time I go to that damn liquor store, everything is just like past its date. I don't understand how that's legal, because a grocery store can't get away with selling milk that's past date or cheese that's past date. Why can they get away with selling beer that's past date? Both regulated by the FDA, but whatever. That's a conversation for another day.
It's legal because you can't get sick off it.
You can if
I
you
mean,
drink enough
dead
of
ass
it.
serious. It's because you can't get sick off the if you can
But
get
that's
sick off the beer
ridiculous.
for it being old, then it would be
I don't know. It's
law.
making me feeling a little woozy. I don't know. The Union Jack, I can't score the beer. I'm sorry. I just can't because
Alright.
it's just so old.
Totally understand.
It's been so long since I've had like the Union Jack fresh, so I can't score it. But the combination, it worked. But the beer, I'm gonna put that at a 90.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right, man. Well,
because
cool.
now this tastes like a lemon Fruit Loop.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, I'm not digging it. Not gonna score the beer. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, man. Thank you, Chadeo. Let's go ahead and get on with Bumpy and Tanner.
All right. Well, for the cheese, this is a nice pepper jack cheese because it does add that goat milk element. So it's a little bit more flavor coming out of the cheese versus just a jack, because jack's pretty bland typically. So this just adds that little bit of extra nutty and that slight goat note.
Yeah.
And the peppers, I think, come through nicely. It's not like super hot. You get a little bit of spice, and you do get a little bit of the pepper flavor.
The peppers aren't super prominent.
No, I wish that there was
They're
more.
not as strong as you would expect them to be.
I either put more of the pepper in. I mean, it looks like there's enough, but I've definitely seen other cheeses that had more. So more peppers or hotter peppers, I think, would make this a better cheese for me. I still think it's a very good cheese.
Yeah.
And as far as the Sullivan's Brewing Company, basically, I think this is an Irish stout. They call it a black marble stout, which I was thinking like it was going to be like a marble cake. But it tastes so similar to Guinness with just an extra sweetness and smokiness. And it's higher ABV than Guinness too. But I think it's just an Irish stout. I think they just called it something different. Because it's an Irish stout. I'm just gonna come out and say that. It's an Irish stout, damn it. Sue me if I'm wrong. But it's a nitroed Irish stout, and I do like it more than Guinness draft because it's got that extra bit of sweetness. It's just a little bit on the sweeter side, and it's got that smoky kind of aspect to it, which is nice. It's kind of like drinking Guinness with a little extra sugar in your coffee and some smoke. So I think that's very good as well. I wouldn't throw into the excellent range, but I think it's top end very good. Borderline excellent. And the pairing, it kind of worked. I mean, the smokiness works with the kind of slight heat and pepperiness that was coming through, the kind of chocolate notes and stuff. All chocolate and peppers, hot peppers, definitely work together. So in that aspect, it's nice. But just the way that it kind of whatever was voiding out whatever or allowing whatever to come through, and the total contrast of either cheese or beer, and it kind of worked. I wouldn't recommend it as a pairing, but it did kind of work. Mostly cheese before beer. The other aspect of that of eating the cheese after the beer was a default. Now,
All
with
right.
other news, on to Tanner.
All right, Bumpy. Cheers,
All right.
Tanner.
I think the cheese was really good. I'm going to talk about the cheese first, which I usually talk about the beer first. But yeah, the cheese was awesome. It's kind of got like that texture, kind of that like granulated texture a little bit to it. But then it's also got like a really significant kind of cheddar-like style to the cheese. I would agree that the peppers could be a little bit spicier. I think it would add a little bit more to the flavor. But I do appreciate the fact that the peppers aren't overpowering because I do get like a nice complexity with this cheese. So for a number, I mean, this has to be in like the A range. I would say 92. If maybe I got a little bit more of a spicy characteristic to it, a little bit more like
You don't like heat.
Here's
I
the
like
thing.
hotter things.
See,
So.
here's the thing. I like heat. I like spice. I like moderate spice. I like heat. I like to taste the heat. I don't like heat to the point where I'm freaking sweating like that shit you had me try that day, and I was literally dying. I don't like spice to the point where I'm like drooling and I'm trying to go. I'm going for milk, and I'm like, I'm dying. You know what I mean? I like the flavor of the heat. If I got a little bit more of that spicy flavor to this, it would definitely be in that like A to A plus range. The beer though, this beer is phenomenal. It's Fox Farm makes really good stuff. They do a wide range of variety. They don't stick to one certain style, and you can tell because everything they brew is pretty much pretty good. I wish it had more carbonation. The flavor on this is awesome. The carbonation is very lacking. So with that being said, still going to give it like a 94. As far as the pairing, cheese worked really well when you did the cheese before the beer. The spicy components of the beer and the cheese created that spicy flavor that I was looking for. The texture was great. The cheese had that nice astringency, like you would get like in that sharp bite, like you would get with a cheddar, but it wasn't too much to the point where once you had the beer wasn't working against that. It worked together. So overall, I would think that this is like I'm going to say like 96. It's a really, really good pairing. This German Pilsner and this pepper jack goat cheese, which is kind of makes sense why it works because you got the little bit of the peppers working with a little bit of that like spicy Saz hop component. It worked out pretty well, and it's not too filling of a beer to or too flavorful of a beer to mask the flavors of the cheese. They work together to create this awesome combination. So I would say that this was a really good pairing. So cheers, guys.
Awesome, man. Cheers, guys. Awesomeness, greatness, and hell yeah. Let's get to Lori. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I like the beer. I really actually am finding that it is not too bitter. If it was used with this cheese, because it balanced the bitterness out of the beer, and there's still a little bit of carbonation after it's been, sitting and sipping. And I thought it worked pretty well. I was a bit surprised as to how much of the fruit and the just the basic fruit, how much was in there in that pineapple as it got a little got a little bit warmer. So anyway, that was great. The Gouda, the smoked Gouda, and the bacon. It's pretty creamy. I think that I would easily rate it a 97 only because I got to thinking of how many uses I would have with that, and because the flavor's great. So anyway, I would rate the cheese that, and I would rate the beer. Um, has pretty good potential actually on my taste buds, so I would probably give it a 95.
Oh, wow. Nice. Heck yeah. I don't think I've had that one yet, and it's here all the time. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Lori. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and let's bring me up. Um, well, we'll go over the beer first. I'm not going to score it because it's my own. I just don't believe in scoring my own beer. But let's go over what I thought about it first. I think the carbonation's there. I think that I could have maybe pushed that up a little more. It did show good effervescence, though, good carbonation visually. So maybe it's the full body or the fuller body, excuse me, not full. Maybe it's just that fullness of it. So maybe work on getting my mash temps a little better next time and keeping it more efficient throughout the whole 60-minute mash time. But other than that, the flavors are great. It's got a nice crackery kind of Pilsner biscuit honey kind of flavor to it, along with that nice bready, weedy kind of like ness to it. It kind of like almost has like a slight like wheat dough bread or something going in. But it at first it like I can tell you like the first week or two of lagering it, like I said, it was way hella doughy and it was weird. It was like what the fuck is going on here? And then I let it sit, and then like a month later, it just boom, it went away, and like everything, all the sweetness, the floral, the like a fruit, like a almost like a I wouldn't say apple, more like a grape or like white grapes or sweet grapes or some kind of like sweet fruit mixed with a honeyish like thing. It's very nice. It's very clean now compared to how it was. It's way hella cleaner. I don't know. I honestly don't mind this. So I'll just say it's a pretty damn good beer. So I'm liking that. Anyway, the cheese, I've said it before because I've had this before, but it's always been a good one. The everything bagel one is nice. I like the seasonings, a little bit of nuttiness and onion and garlicky basil kind of thing. It's good. I like the goat cheese, the tangy tart raw thing. Very nice. I love goat cheese. So good. I don't think that a honey goat would have gone well with this. I think it was good. I think I would have rather had a. Well, let's score the goat cheese first. I'll say on the goat, I'd be like, yeah, let's say 93 out of 100, 94, somewhere in that realm. Now the pairing, like I was talking about, I would say cheese before beer for sure, but it also goes both ways, so that's nice because the cheese is good. You don't really want to wash it down. It's nice. It's nice the way it is. But cheese before beer really I think is my preference, and I like that because it seemed to like mix really well. It like blended in with the cheese. I think I would have rather had an everything bagel, a regular plain one, just a regular sour tart goat cheese, nothing else, just that and the beer, and that would have been way hella better because I think a lot of the little extra shit on there really messed with like what I was tasting in the Kolsch. But other than that, I mean, it really did blend well, and it balanced out all the flavors of both the cheese and the beer, and really brought that stuff together. The sweetness of the like a little honey note and stuff kind of went away though when I had the cheese. But it came back when I did cheese before beer. So I did or beer, excuse me, fuck. So cheese before beer, beer before cheese. Anyway, I'm going nowhere with that one. Anyway, yeah, so a good pairing. I would say it's probably 94 out of 100. Pretty good thing to try at least try a plain goat cheese with like a German Pilsner like Tanner had, or a Kolsch or a Helles, or something in the German realm. So lager wise, yeah. But even try a Schwarzbier. That would be kind of good actually. So all right. That's what I have. Let's go back to God, I gotta cut my mustache. It's itching my nose. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring up Chadeo for his shout outs. Here we go.
Oh my, ooh, you almost saw too much. Let's see. Over the weekend, I reviewed, I believe, the Doritos late night sizzling cheeseburger chips. So I actually did a food review for the first time on my channel in God knows how long. So check that out. See if what you think. See if it's something you get yourself. Other shout outs. I'm going to shout out one of the UK guys, Paul's Beer Reviews. Don't think he's been shouted out in a long time. Very good beer reviewer. He just did a supermarket IPA from Buxton. So yeah, check that out. He released that about 4 hours ago. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers. Cheers, Joe. All right. Well, let's bring up the guys here.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm just going in my beer fridge. When you split a beer, it goes down like really quickly. Got a Samuel Adams Wicked Hazy here. Wicked Hazy.
Nice.
Tanner's got the other half of the most beautifulest thing from Modest Man in his glass. Prepping to cook some bratwurst out in the Blackstone. So I was on the other side of the window so I could still hear you guys chit-chatting. So I got the onion cut up anyways for the bratwurst. Yeah, we got dogs down here.
For the dog.
But yeah, shout outs. I'm gonna shout out Squatchy. I don't even have my phone. It's Squatchy Brew.
Brew dude.
There we go. Yeah. I just work with Squatchy, so that's like, what's the rest of the channel? It's kind of like finding my channel where I keep changing the damn. Nobody's gonna find it, but
Don't look this up.
yeah, Squatchy Brew dude, and he's cool. He's a smaller channel right now, so if you guys can really go out and show him some love, he's doing great things out there, checking out different breweries. He is funny. Mm-hmm. I found him actually because of Beer Man. So Beer Man shouted him out, stuff like that. And I actually, I listened and I found his channel, and Beer Man was absolutely right. So
fun guy.
Yeah, he's a nice dude. And on my channel, Jesus, we got beer reviews. I try to put out a couple a week. I have one coming out tomorrow. Guys, you cannot miss this beer review. This is, I'm going to say it's probably one of the best, at least double IPAs I've had in years, coming out tomorrow. That motherfucker.
Tully has consistently walked over to me, farted, and walked away like, fuck you. Like, look at him. He's totally like,
oh, shit.
Bro, what are you mad about?
Lord.
He doesn't even know. Tully's my older pit bull. He's smelling the air right now. Yeah, so beer reviews. I got frozen pizza reviews as well. I try to put out a video on that once a week if I can. Smell that air, buddy. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that smells good.
get the hell out of here.
Oh, no.
So
It's supposed to onions, that's why.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he smells
Okay.
the onion.
He's smelling the onion, not his own farts. Okay. Anyway.
Oh,
And then of some grilling, which we're going to be doing after this. Probably no video on this, but unless Tanner wants to film. But yeah, I'll be making some bratwurst out there on the Blackstone because we
Nice.
have yet to eat today except for this cheese. And Tanner got here kind of late, so it's kind of like one of those things. Like, you want me to cook before you get here? It'll be ready when you get here, or let's do it after beer and cheese and kind of help me cook. So he's going to help me cook.
there you go.
So yeah, and off to Tanner now. Cheers.
All right.
Guys, cheers,
Cheers,
dude.
Bumpy. So shout outs to my channel. Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be doing another whiskey examination on Monday. Bumpy hurt his finger, so
Oh,
When Tanner came
I
over,
was gonna say that's cute.
I was holding
that
the
he-
dogs back, so I had Telly in one on by his collar in one hand, and I had Kobe in the other. And Kobe started twisting, and he wrapped his collar around my finger like a tourniquet. And then Sadie started biting Kobe, and which made him turn even more. And my finger, it was about to break.
Oh man,
Yeah, not
And
what I
it's
expected when I
still
walked.
mad. I'm screaming. It hurt.
bloody murder.
Bad.
Wow.
Crazy dogs.
Yeah, I had to grab. I was trying to grab his collar and twist him the other way. He was like hacking because he couldn't breathe because it was like twisting around his neck.
Oh my,
And like,
damn, dude, that's crazy. Jesus.
But yeah, so that's Monday. We're going to be doing another whiskey examination. I don't know if we decided what it's going to be yet. And then, yeah, just look out for more beer reviews. I just recently reviewed the Moosehead Lager, so that'll probably be released on my channel. And then me and Bumpy actually just did a beer review, so look out for that in the next couple days.
All right.
it's
So more
very
beer
very
reviews.
romantic.
Liquor reviews. That's cool. We got the candles out. We got the candles out. We set the scene.
Oh,
You know.
that's cute.
Yeah, so just look out for more beer, liquor reviews. Bottling day. Jeez, I almost forgot about bottling day. Thursday, I'm going to be bottling the Hefeweizen that I brewed. So that's going to be pretty early. If you guys want to come up and hang out with me while I do that, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, so that'll be possibly maybe 2 or 3, and it's probably going to last till maybe I don't know, however long it takes me to bottle 48 bottles. Probably a while, right?
Couple
Gonna take some
hours.
time.
Yeah, and then clean up. Yeah,
Clean up.
You're looking at a couple hours.
It's gonna take some time. So if you guys want to hang out Thursday, it's just bottling, so it's not like I'm actually doing the brewing, but it's still very you got to be very sanitized. I got more equipment. I got some more stuff in the mail. So yeah, just look out for that and look out for more brew videos. Or more brew live streams. I got a 1 gallon German blonde ale and a 1 gallon fermenter. So that'll be interesting to do that as well. So look out for that brew. Yeah, I think 1 gallon batches would be better for live streams, rather than doing these big 5 gallon batches and then having all this. I already have
For the lives, yeah.
including the Hefeweizen, I have 4 5 gallon batches. So I have 21 gallons worth of beer ingredients to brew. So I'll be set for a little bit.
Good.
Shout out to other people. Actually, I just shouted them out tonight. Oh, I didn't shout them out. I was talking about them. Check out Blue Menthol. It's BLUUMENTHOL. He does beer reviews, but he also does ghost stories. And I was joking about the candles because we use candles. We had candles in the video that we recorded today. But he's cool. He does like I said, he does beer reviews, and he also does ghost stories. And he's wicked into candles, and he has all these different candles around him. Check him out. And then also check out Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. Just a solid dude from Ontario, Canada. Reviews. He's putting out at least 2 beer reviews a day. He does more than one. He does like a beer review, and then he'll do like a short. He'll do like 2 beer reviews in a short. And he also has his Watts on the Grill, WATTS on the Grill is like his food channel, his cooking channel. Check him out. He's an awesome dude. I've been enjoying watching him, and hope to see him hit that 1,000 subscriber mark from with the help of you guys. So cheers, everyone.
All right.
Thanks for
Cheers.
having us tonight, beer man.
Of course, dude. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, bro.
Cheers, man. Cheers, guys.
That beer sounds pretty solid. I'm super excited to try it, beer man. Hell yeah, dude.
Awesome. I can't. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Seeing your reactions. So, all right, cool.
Cheers.
Let's go ahead and let's bring up Sparkle. Cheers.
He's like,
Cheers. Just been working on some things and trying to get some things done on YouTube. I do have a premiere on Thursday afternoon to 4:20 Pacific. If anybody wants to watch, I will be part of a collaboration celebration. So that's pretty much it for me right now. Haven't really been on other channels for a little bit because I've been doing other things.
Right.
But thanks for everybody being here on the channel and the panel. There it is.
Yeah. Happy birthday soon. All right.
Thank
Happy early
you.
birthday.
Yeah, Thursday. All right. Cool. Awesome. August just gave it away.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, August. All right. Thank you, Sparkle. All right. Okay. So beer. I'll just go over a couple people real quick, and then I'll get into my shit. So someone I have never shouted out, and they're kind of good. He's awesome. This is they're building their brewery. This is Chubby Mermaid Brewing. Very cool channel. Go check it out. They're building their brewery up, trying to get it going. I'm throwing the link to ya. Angie says, "Love ya, Sparkle, and happy early birthday." There you go. Yeah. So Chubby Mermaid. They're cool. I like it. I like watching people build their breweries. For some reason, I just really like that. It's cool. Another one is Two Little Tanks. And they've got, well, Chubby Mermaid has 2.17 thousand subs, and these guys have 896 subs. So they're not quite at 1,000 yet. So go hit them up if you haven't already. Two Little Tanks. Their last one was awesome. They had a disastrous cone drop. So he was letting out shit, and all this shit, it got stuck, and he opened it and it went everywhere. And that happens. I've had it happen to me too. When you have the tank under pressure and it pushes it out quicker than you want. So there you go. Two Little Tanks. Let me just put that up real quick. There you go. All right. So my stuff, Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Of course, next week is the last week of the month. So of course it's going to be it's be an open beer and cheese. So bring another beer and cheese for that at 8 o'clock Eastern. And then Wednesday tomorrow is all spun out, 6 o'clock Eastern. You guys have some adjectives, bring it. Those that are new can come with nothing, with whatever they want. Phone is going flat, so I have to charge it. All right, you have a good night, August. Cheers.
Night, August.
See you, buddy. Good night.
Trying to think here. So I submitted, like I said, the Kolsch to this Homebrew Happy Hour Kolsch Cup that they got. This is a podcast that I listen to. They also have a YouTube channel and a website, homebrewhappyhour.com. So hopefully I get a trophy. That would be cool. But I get a shirt, if anything. And then Thursday, I'm brewing the Schwartz beer that I'm doing for AHA, American Homebrew Association. June 17th, I guess, is when they're going through them. So I need to get it to them before then. So Thursday, I have to brew it because I got to at least have a month and a half, 2 months for it to crash and lager. So I will be doing that not live, actually. I'm going to be doing it just regular as soon as I can in the day because it's more of a instructional kind of thing that I'm putting together in a video from grain to glass. So I'm just going to it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring. I might go live just because of the fact that it's going to be boring brewing by myself. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. I got some beers sent out to a few people. I am kind of in crunch time right now with financial problems, so I had to kind of send only distributes. Unfortunately, I do have a couple left though. If you guys want, especially on the panel, let me know. I can't pay for it out of pocket, but I can let you know what UPS will charge by showing you a picture of the whatever they want to charge, and I can get that to you as soon as you know what I mean. We'll arrange it. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
So I'll save a couple of each out for the Westie and for the Kolsch, but that's it. That's all I can do. It's been a hard time. So anyway, let's see what else. Nothing. That's it. Look out for those beers coming to you, and we'll do a panel. We'll panel up. We'll try it out, the Westie and the Kolsch. So that's all I got. Let's go ahead and end this. Let me bring up everyone. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. But yeah, I want to say thank you to the chat first of all for being here and hanging out with us. Thank you so much for your participation and just checking our show out. So I really appreciate it. We all do. Please subscribe to these guys, gal too, if you haven't already. And I want to say thank you and cheers to the panel. We have Lori here. Cheers, Art by Sparkle, and we have Chadeo. Chadeo's his channel name. Check out Chadeo, and we have East Coast LQ Reviews, and Bumpy Isms. He's changed his name.
We have Telly and Sadie here too. Kobe is absent.
All right.
He's laying down in his bed.
Oh, Kobe's sleepy after almost breaking his owner's hand.
Nice. Well, cheers to you guys. Thank you for being here as always. Love, man. I'm gonna go ahead and crash and get this done. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful fucking world. But now after one more sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We could be in Russia. All right.